Hello and welcome back. Today we're going into Bowlahoola. What a shock, what a horror this place is. It reminds me of Dante's Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Dreadful as the picture is, Bowlahoola has a sense of the worst extremes of the Industrial Revolution, with forges hammering and cogs turning. But still, in this dreadful place, Los is forging hope for people who we must admit are a less than appreciative audience. Los here is spoken about in relation to the prophet Elijah, that great prophet of the Old Testament, and I think it might help to say here that Los is performing what I think is one of the most important tasks of any prophet in the Bible, which was not so much to know the future, or rather, not so much to tell the future, but to understand how the future will work out in your own mind through the imagination and draw people to the place where that future lay. So, with that in mind, we'll turn to the reading. In Bowlahoola, Los's anvils stand and his furnaces rage. Thundering the hammers beat and the bellows blow loud. Living, self-moving, mourning, lamenting and howling incessantly. Bowlahoola through all its porches feels, though too fast founded in pillars and porticos, to tremble at the force of mortal or immortal arm. And softly lilling flutes accordant with the horrid labours make sweet melody. The bellows are the animal lungs, the hammers the animal heart, the furnaces the stomach for digestion, terrible their fury. Thousands and thousands labour, thousands play on instruments stringed or fluted to ameliorate the sorrows of slavery. Loud sport the dancers in the dance of death, rejoicing in carnage. The hard dented hammers are lulled by the flutes, lula, lula. The bellowing furnaces blare by the long sounding clarion. The double drum drowns howls and groans. The shrill fife shrieks and cries. The crooked horn mellows the hoarse raving serpent, terrible but harmonious. Bowlahoola is the stomach in every individual man. Los is by mortals named time, Enetharmon is named space, but they depict him bald and aged, who is in eternal youth all powerful, and his looks flourish like the brows of morning. He is the spirit of prophecy, the ever apparent Elias. Time is the mercy of eternity. Without time's swiftness, which is the swiftest of all things, all were eternal torment. All the gods of the kingdoms of earth labour in Los's halls. Every one is a fallen son of the spirit of prophecy. He is the fourth Zoa that stood around the throne divine. But the wine press of Los is eastward of Golgonooza before the seat of Satan. Luva laid the foundation, and Urizen finished it in howling woe. How red the sons and daughters of Luva! Here they tread the grapes, laughing and shouting, drunk with odours. Many fall o'er-wearied, drowned in the wine as many a youth and maiden. Those around them lay on skins of tigers, and of the spotted leopard and the wild ass, till they revive, or bury them in cool grots, making lamentation. This wine-press is called War on Earth. It is the printing press of Los, and here he lays his words in order above the mortal brain. As cogs are formed in a wheel to turn the cogs of the adverse wheel, timbrels and violins sport round the wine presses. The little seed, the sportive root, the earthworm, the gold beetle, the wise emmet dance around the wine presses of Luva. The centipede is there, the ground spider with many eyes, the mole clothed in velvet, the ambitious spider in his sullen web, the lucky golden spinner, the earwig armed, the tender maggot, emblem of immortality, the flea, louse, bug, the tapeworm, all the armies of disease, visible or invisible to the slothful vegetating man, the slow slug, the grasshopper that sings and laughs and drinks. Winter comes, he folds his slender bones without a murmur. The cruel scorpion is there, the gnat, wasp, hornet, and the honey bee, the toad and venomous newt, the serpent clothed in gems and gold. They throw off their gorgeous raiment, they rejoice with loud jubilee around the wine presses of Luva, naked and drunk with wine. There is the nettle that stings with soft down, and there the indignant thistle, whose bitterness is bred in his milk. Who feeds on contempt of his neighbour? There all the idle weeds that creep round the obscure places show their various limbs naked in all their beauty, dancing round the wine presses. But in the wine presses the human grapes sing not, nor dance. They howl and writhe in shoals of torment, in fierce flames consuming, in chains of iron and in dungeons circled with ceaseless fires, in pits and dens and shades of death, in shapes of torment and woe. The plates and screws and racks and saws and cords and fires and cisterns, the cruel joys of Luva's daughters, lacerating with knives and whips their victims, and the deadly sport of Luva's sons. They dance around the dying, and they drink the howl and groan. They catch the shrieks in cups of gold. They hand them to one another. These are the sports of love, and these the sweet delights of amorous play. Tears of the grape, the death sweat of the cluster, the last sigh of the mild youth who listens to the luring songs of Luva. But Alamanda, called on earth commerce, is the cultivated land around the city of Golganuza in the forests of Intuthon. Here the sons of Los labour against death eternal. Through all that 27 heavens of Beulah in Ulro, seat of Satan, which is the false tongue beneath Beulah. It is the sense of touch. Hello. So, to finish off, I'll just say two more things. The wine presses, Blake explains quite straightforwardly, mean war. The family of Louvain, the Zoa of passion, wallow in the blood of the slain. Where people in war are not slain through violence, then they're so often slain by disease. Blake refers to Los and Ina Tharman as time and space, respectively. I understand this from the Kantian concept of transcendental aesthetic, which Kant described as meaning the preconditions that must already be in a person's mind to allow them to be able to experience anything in this world we live in. So, I hope you enjoyed that and hope to see you again. Thanks for listening and bye for now.